Welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review. Highlights, features, and analysis with head coach Connell Maynor.
Hello and welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review. I'm your host, Reggie Benson, sitting in for Ted Dixie, alongside Coach Connell Maynor. The Bulldogs coach coming off a big win yesterday at Arkansas Pine Bluff, 52-24. I'm sure that was a nice plane ride home.
It was a well-needed win. It was a tough win. It's hard to get wins in this conference. It's even harder to get them on the road. So to go to Pine Bluff, where they was 3-1 at home this year, playing very well at home, we knew it was going to be a tough game, and we was prepared to play, and we got off to a good start on them and got a good road win.
How difficult was it to get your team up after such a disappointing loss in the Magic City Classic?
Well, it was tough. It was tough. You know, Classic is a big game for everybody, and everybody wants to win it. All the fans, administration, students, the players, you know, everybody wants to win that game. So when we don't win that game, not just the fans get mad, we get mad. The coaches get mad, the players get mad because we pour so much into it, and we want to win just as bad as anybody. So it's tough coming out after the Magic City Classic to get those guys back ready to play, but we was able to do it.
But it's credit to your staff and your players to kind of get back up off the mat and then make that road trip and to come out with a victory. Yeah,
it's part of it. You know, I always tell the guys, we can't live off last week. We can't live off the first quarter. We can't live off the first half. You got to play the whole game. You got to play the whole season. So good or bad, you can't live off the game before because you got to play again the next week, and everybody expects you to do. If you won or played well, they expect you to do it again. If you didn't, they expect you to make the adjustments and play well.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll talk about the first half of the Alabama A&M Arkansas Pine Bluff game. Thanks for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review.
Homecoming is
the best time of our life! Culture. You know.
Welcome back to the Alabama A&M Football Review. We're reviewing the Alabama A&M Arkansas Pine Bluff game. The Bulldogs come on top 52-24 on yesterday afternoon. Coach, great game by your guys, but didn't really start that great.
No, it didn't. You know, we deferred, kicked off, and they put together a good drive and got down in the red zone, and then the defense kind of bowled it back. They bent, but they didn't break, held them to a field goal, which is great. You know, you let them drive. What we want to do is cause a turnover, but at least make them kick a field goal or a field goal attempt, and that's what we was able to do, and they got 3 points. Kicked off to us. We get the ball, and we say, you know, our game plan, we're going to run the ball this week. We want to run Donovan Eaglin 25 times, and we want to run him another 20 times. And the first play of the game, we throw the ball and throw an interception. So there goes the game plan. But no, Xavier came back after that and got the team going. The defense was able to get a stop, held them no points. They missed a field goal. Then we got the ball back and went down the field and scored to take the lead 7-3. They got the ball back. I think we stopped them again. We got the ball back and started driving again. And I think Xavier fumbled on like the 3 or 4 yard line. It was a good run. He just trying to do a little bit too much because he spent, and when he spent, the ball was, and the guy put his helmet right on the ball, knocked it out. And so that killed that drive. And actually, they went down and scored and took the lead where we could have distanced ourselves right there, 14-3. That was a big turnover, gave them back the momentum, kept them in the game, and they went down and scored and actually took the lead 10-7. Yeah. We got the ball right back, went right back down the field and scored, took the lead back to 14-10. So we was feeling good about ourselves because they haven't stopped us yet. Right. We only stopped ourselves. The first play, interception. The second play, the second drive, fumble. Then, we gave them 2 short fields. And they only had 6 points out of that. And so we was feeling good about the game and the situation. We just only had the ball twice. We had it 4 times, but because we turned it over twice, correct, we only got 2 scores out of it. So we feeling right now we should have 28 points, But we was only up 14-10. And then we start driving again, get another score. We start driving again after another stop by the defense or turnover by the defense, who just played lights out in the first half. And then we start driving again, and Xavier throws an interception, pick 6, and they run it back for a touchdown. And they get on the board again at 14. So we was playing very well on offense. It was just a couple of mistakes. The turnovers that killed us. And so once Xavier threw that interception and put them right back in the football game, we said, it's time to make a change. So we made a quarterback change with Cornelius Brown and put him in because it wasn't anything they was doing, it's what we was doing. Right. And so we knew if we just could take care of the football, then we'd be fine and we could score. And that's what we was able to do. Cornelius got a touchdown in there, I think before the half, and then we came out at halftime and scored the next 2 possessions and kind of put the game away. But we played very well in all 3 phases. Hats off to Coach Howard, defense coordinator, had a great game plan because they got a good offense. They got a good quarterback, had the best receiver in FCS football, the best receiver in our conference. And we did a heck of a job on him. And then Coach Taylor put together a great game plan, and the guys executed. So we had a halftime lead that we was happy with, but we knew the game wasn't over, so we had to get ready for the second half.
Well, you think about that first quarter, you're down 10-7, and in the second quarter you go out and you outscore them 28-7.
Yeah, that was it. And like you say, they didn't stop us, we stopped ourselves. So we just knew if we could stop shooting ourselves in the foot, then we could start taking advantage of some things they was giving us.
Very good, very good. When we come back, we'll talk about the second half of Alabama A&M's big win over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Thanks for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs, or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Alabama A&M Football Review. The Bulldogs celebrating a big 52-24 win over Arkansas Pine Bluff on Saturday. Coach, that puts you at 4-5, 2-3 in the league. There's a chance for a winning season too. You still got 3 games left.
Yeah, that's what I've been preaching to the guys. You know, we're gonna take it one game at a time. Win today, win tomorrow, win this week. But we know if we can win out, we can have a 7-5 season, 5-3 in the conference. With our only 3 losses, if it stood up the way it is right now, being to Southern, who's going to win the other side and play in the championship game, Jackson State, who potentially went outside with an undefeated season, and then Alabama State. So you're talking about the top 3 teams in the league right now, and we lost by 8, 7, and 5 points to those 3 teams. So we got a chance to finish this thing out strong and have a good season, a winning season, and just a couple plays away in those 3 games from actually being in the championship ourselves.
So even though you have a big lead at halftime against Pine Bluff, your team didn't come back and rest on the laurels. You guys really came out and played better the second half.
Yeah, like I say, you know, I always preach, you know, we can't live off the first quarter, second quarter. We got to play the second half. We had 30 more minutes to play, and we want to finish the way we started. And we want to get off to a good start in that second half after that opening kickoff. And I told the guys, I said, listen, they going to onside kick. Front line, don't move. Be ready for the onside kick. They have nothing to lose. They're down. They're going to try an onside kick right here. And sure enough, they came out and tried an onside kick and almost got it. You know, if the ball would have rolled 1 more yard, they would have recovered it. And so I was upset. I mean, we had a big lead, but I was upset because I just told the guys they're going to do it, and we wasn't prepared to get it. They could have got it. If it rolled 1 more yard, they would have got it. So I was kind of upset about that. But after that, we played well. You know, the offense took the ball, went right down and scored. We hit some big 3rd down passes to Keenan Hambert. He's playing awesome this year. I think he had 7 targets yesterday with 7 catches. And he's one of the leading receivers in the conference. He's probably going to be a first or second team all-conference wide receiver for us. And this is his senior year. He's playing great, leading those guys over there. Then we got the ball back again, and our second possession, we went down and scored again and made it 42-17, and that kind of just put it to where now we can start resting some guys.
Right, exactly.
So now we can pull some guys because we got a short week coming up, and we don't want to get anybody else hurt. Because now we got some distance in that game, and then get the other guys that deserve to play some in the game.
No doubt.
That practice every day and practice hard. Get those guys in the game. Those guys came in the game and played well also. They got 1 score in the second half on the defense, which was the last right before the end of the game. You know, we got the mop-up duty, and we playing coverage, and you know, and so we kind of gave up a touchdown there. But other than that, you know, defense really played great the first half and the second half, and the offense did too. And it was total team win. Special teams was great. Offense was great. Defense was great.
Well, let's talk about some numbers, Coach. Over 500 yards in total offense, 30 first downs, 356 yards rushing. You talk about some of the best numbers I told you earlier. 1 penalty for 5 yards, punted the ball only twice the whole day. 3rd down conversions, 50%, 7 of 14 on 3rd down. Perfect on 4th down, 5 for 5 on 4th down conversions. And the red zone scored on 7 of 8 trips in the red zone. Pretty impressive.
That's some great stuff right there. And that's kind of the stats you want to hear and you want to have. You know, the 7 out of 8 scoring in the red zone, the only one was the 1 fumble by Xavier. So the offense really executed well when we got in the red zone, which we've bone preaching. You know, once we get in that red zone and smell the end zone, you got to get in there. Offensive line got to buckle up. Quarterbacks got to make good decisions. Running backs got to run harder, and the receivers got to run better routes. So because everything tightened up down there, so you have to be more precise. And we was able to do that yesterday. Again, 2 punts. That means offense was really rolling. The only negative is the 3 turnovers. But other than that, I mean, I think the defense had about 3 turnovers themselves.
Correct.
And so that's what we've been preaching with them all year. You know, we got to cause some turnovers. We got to get some interceptions, and we was able to do that yesterday. And so that's why I'm so happy for our defense and those guys, because we was able to punch the ball out, and we was able to get some interceptions, got some pressure on the quarterback, and the guys just flew around and had some fun out there. And I love to see that by those guys.
When we come back, we'll finalize this game. Thanks for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review.
My pregame mojo, I just walk around listening to music with my headphones. I don't really have to get too hyped. You know, I got a left tackle named Carson Vincent. He gonna do all the hypeness for me, you know. I just gotta watch him and make sure he's okay for the game.
I listen to one album every game. I listen to one album before every game. It just get me in the right mode.
I like watching comedy shows, so I just like keep my mind off the game. I like to watch comedy shows and just laugh.
One thing I do, I talk to my dad like every game, before every game, at least an hour. He calms me down, he checks in with me. We might not even talk about ball, we might just talk about life itself. That kind of gets me real calm down and just focus, get my inner peace going.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
I'm gonna listen to some R&B music, something real smooth. And I know it sounds crazy, some R&B. I might listen to some old school, like music my grandma, my mom used to listen to. Keep my emotions down and not get too hot, just stay calm. So that's kind of my thing.
I put them headphones on. I just think about everything I've been through in life, and I smile because I'm still here, and then I go out there and put it on the field.
Welcome back to the Alabama A&M Football Review. The Bulldogs come off a big win up against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Gramblin's coming to town. Short week this week, Coach, on Thursday night. But let's talk about some individual performances from yesterday. We talked about Kenyon Hammock already. I covered his dad when he was a great player here.
He was.
Very good player here. But we talked about the running game. Donovan Eaglin, 24 carries, 145 yards. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 touchdowns, too. Big game for him.
I know one of the players asked me, did Donovan break a record? I was like, what record? He said touchdowns. I said, how many did he have? He said, he had 5, Coach. I said, I don't know. We got to ask the SID.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's close to it if he didn't break it.
Yeah.
He had a great game. But we told him that. We told him that we're going to lean on you and we're going to give it to you 25, 30 times. That's the game plan. And told him he got to be ready for it, and he was.
Yeah.
And the offensive line, though, it all starts up front with the offensive line. But what he did yesterday, what we've been asking him to do all year is he was his own blocker sometimes.
Yeah.
And he broke some tackles. He ran over some guys and got some yak yards after contact.
Right.
And so he had a great game. And then Isaiah, his backup, went over 100 yards also. I think he had 18 carries, about like 107 yards or something. So we had and again, over 500 yards total offense. I mean, we know we can put points up. We know we can get yards. We got #1 offense in the league, you know. So that's not our problem. We just got to take care of the ball, be consistent, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Yeah. Short week coming up on Thursday night. Grambling coming to town. Want everybody to show up at Lewis Crew Stadium. But short week, how do you manage a short week?
Well, it is what it is, you know. Like I say, we wanted to get ahead in that game where we can get our starters out and kind of rest those guys up because we knew we had a short week coming up. Those guys got to get treatment today and tomorrow. We're going to go Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we do a walkthrough Thursday. We got to play Thursday night, man. And we're going to be right here at home. The way we got a real good record at home the last couple of years and 3 years. And we expect to see another big crowd. We had a great crowd last home game. And we need another great crowd Thursday night. You got nothing else to do on Thursday night. Come out, support the Bulldogs. Help us get back to 5-5 and finish this season with a winning season.
Coach, thank you for having me. Thanks again for joining us for the Alabama A&M Football Review.
Bulldog fans, thank you for joining us today for the Alabama A&M University Football Review. Bulldog faithful, we encourage your support and participation. Until next time, go Bulldogs!